I just felt like going live tonight because I got a package from Pajama Crafter Stamps, which I am on the design team for. So I thought, why not just play around with some things that I got in the mail today and just play. So I don't even know if people are even going to come on because I did not advertise this at all, or I don't know. I just put it on the Pajama Crafter and Friends page. So if you are on that, maybe you got the word, or maybe you're just someone who follows my YouTube channel and you are here for the first time for a live video. The sound is okay. Our Better Press Babes situation with the microphone not working that well, I was just hoping to kind of upgrade my microphone. So I have a new microphone. We'll see if this works. If anyone happens to come on and there's no sound, hopefully they'll let me know. Otherwise, this might just be a very quiet live, which I don't know. Maybe people want it anyway. Okay, so I did place an order from Prickly Pear. They are underneath the wing of Pajama Crafter Stamps, and if you don't know about them, Prickly Pear's been around for a long time, but Pajama Crafter Stamps has now taken them under their wing, and now they are owned by them. So anyway, I did go ahead and purchase these, and then Joy, who is the owner of Pajama Crafter Stamps, that's her on the logo, sent me these embellishments. So I thought, let's just make a card and have fun tonight. So what did I get? I grabbed this stamp set that is called a Prickly Pear Cactus, and I have had kind of a love for Prickly Pear, like all things Prickly Pear, the cactus that is, ever since I went to Arizona to see some family. And it's really a fun little plant, isn't it? If you know, you know. Basically, the prickly pear is used in all sorts of things. Sorry, I'm just, again, still adjusting to new camera and new microphone. But they put it in all sorts of things. So this is adorable because it says the sentiments really are what drew me in. Life can be prickly, get well soon, hang in there, and be strong. So you can go ahead and layer this on, and I think this is the one I'm going to use tonight just because why not, you know? And then, oh, this is saying it's unlisted, so hold on a second. I want to make sure that it is live. Is it live? Let's see. Make sure it's public. Been doing a lot of practice stuff lately, and hopefully this is working. Otherwise I'm just chilling by myself, which is fine too. We're just making cards anyway. So I think I'm gonna play with this one tonight because I just feel like doing some Copic coloring and some greens would be really fun to play around with. So anyway, and then I also grabbed this one that's called Noah's Ark, which is a little bit self-explanatory. It's Noah's Ark. And I think that this would be really fun for making some cute kid cards, and the animals alone are just adorable. So we are definitely going to dive into that. Probably not tonight, but eventually. And then what else did I get? Ooh, I got the azalea. Now I have the rose one already, but I thought that this would be really fun to color, and I don't know, maybe watercolor. So we'll do that another time. Oh, hi, Gina. I hope that you can hear me. Let me know in the comments if you can hear. Okay, anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and start crafting. We're going to use just one single panel of paper and get started. I'll grab my Misty and we'll just get going. Hey, honey. Andrew? I'm doing a live. It felt kind of like being impromptu tonight. So I'm live right now. So yeah, that's really cute, that little cactus. So we'll just go ahead and get this out of the package and make a fun card. Perfect. Thank you, Gina. Okay. And I think I'm going to just go ahead and die cut out this eventually with probably a shaped die. So I'm going to go ahead and put it kind of in the middle for now, and then I'll die cut out things in a second. I'm not sure if this has a coordinating die or not, but if it does, that would be awesome. Otherwise, you can always fussy cut it out, which I know isn't like everyone's favorite thing in the world, but it's possible. Save a little dough, buy more stamps if you don't have to buy dies. And then I'll grab my positioner and get that all done. I'm using black Memento ink, which is Copic marker friendly, which is always lovely for inks. Okay, and then I guess before I take that one off, I should go ahead and put my next one kind of on there so I kind of know the area. I'm going to do the one that has kind of the meat of the prickly pears, just so that can kind of nest. I guess, well, I'll probably have to layer it, so I guess I'll just put it on this side. Right about there. And then I'll take this one off, clean that up when we're not live. And then I always just kind of wipe down the new stamps with my hand because Joy did this, the owner, and ever since she's done that, I've been doing that with every new stamp that I get. Basically, what she said was there's like a residue that comes from, like, any stamp company will have this, but a residue from new stamps from the factories that make them, and they basically work better when they're cleaned off a bit. So good thing I'm using my Misty because I need to double stamp that. I didn't get that corner. Okay, looking great. So far so good for live crafting because sometimes things go awry. And then this is all of the little pokey parts of the cactus. I don't know if that's even, like, there's a right word for that or not. So I'm just going to line it up. I'm going to eyeball it. Are these hearts? They are hearts. Well, that's just darling, isn't that? Okay. Well, I think that's kind of right. I'm just going to tilt it so I can see. Yeah, that looks good. Right about there. I'm trying to do some more just live crafting. I know a lot of the times I can make a bunch of cards and things and then have it prepped, and I usually batch a lot of my content, but I thought, you know, let's just be spontaneous tonight and do a live. Oh, awesome, Gina. Gina, you say, I was just watching your Stitch Die of the Month video. Perfect. Isn't that a fun one this month? I like that they went kind of coordinated with the clubs and went all in and made everything kind of go together. Very cute. Ooh la la. Gina, have you ordered from Prickly Pear or Pajama Crafter stamps before? I'm curious. I wonder. Okay, I am going to die cut this out with a shape die, so I'll just gonna set this aside, and then I'll grab a sentiment. Since we're stamping, might as well keep the party going. And I'll just stamp out a quick sentiment. Let's see. Life can be prickly. Let's do that one. That's just kind of fun. And it's an encouragement card, so that's always good to have encouragement cards on hand. You never know when you need to send one of those. Well, I'm glad that you loved it. Thank you, Gina. That's very sweet of you. I always enjoy making my stitched videos where I'm demoing the actual product because I enjoy stitching. I find it to be so very relaxing. And I'm already so excited for this summer. I'm going to double stamp that. So excited for this summer to go on vacation, because that means I get to stitch a lot. Last year I was waking up at like 4 or 5 in the morning, and my husband went out to go fishing on the lake, and I went and was stitching. So always a good time. Okay, I'll put this away. I just re-inked my Memento ink, so it is super duper juicy. I love when that happens. Actually, also just totally re-inked all of my Better Press inks, which was quite a process, but that was fun. Well, I guess most of them. I don't have a re-inker for the new 8 that just came out. Was it 4? I'm not sure. I don't have all of them, but I have most of the re-inkers. Okay, that's a little small. Let's see if this one works. Ooh, that's just darling. Now this is the arch from the Monsters, and I'm going to just offset it just a little bit here for my die cutting. This was the Monsters collection that was from, I think, where is it from? February? I think they came out with these in February. Oh, you're so sweet, Gina. I really would love to do that. Yeah, I'd love to do that. I guess I'll just leave it at that. It's one of my bucket list items, like I said in that video that I just posted and you just watched. Okay, I am going to quick mute my microphone. I use an electric die cutting machine for most of the time when my platinum is not ready and open. So I'm just going to quick mute that. All right. Yes, the Noah's Ark stamp is so cute. That's next on my playlist of fun things to play with. I also just got a box from Pink and Main today, so I'm really excited to start working with some of their stuff too. They have a foil and stamp of the month and a card kit of the month, so all sorts of fun. I think I will go ahead and use my really tiny trimmer to cut out the sentiment, because I don't have my, oh no, that is a square. Let's use that one. Oh, I will try to record that Noah's Ark for you if that's something that you're interested in. I always like getting little requests like that. That's very helpful, so I know that people are interested in it. Maybe you're more interested in the Noah's Ark than the prickly pear, but this is where my creative juices were going tonight. Okay, I am going to use my little die cutting machine to die cut out this little guy. It's my sidekick. I have my sticker representing the Foiling Snobs Club, so there's that on the side. And we'll just get going here. This was really not planned, so I guess I could have stamped and die cut this out before, but I've had a few people comment and say that they would rather me just do this instead of having things kind of planned. So here's something that is not planned at all, for that matter. Just having fun. Okay. Oh, I'm glad you like the cactus too. Perfect. Okay. And so the arch and that little square or rectangle, I guess, rectangle die were from Spellbinders. FYI. Let's see, some cactus colors. They are kind of like a bright green, if I remember correctly. So I'm going to grab some bright greens and a dark one, just to kind of give the contrast. And then for the base, the pot, we'll go with some kind of like a terracotta color. We'll use E13. Gina, are you crafting as well as watching, or are you just watching? I'm just curious. Not to be nosy or anything. Okay, so for Copic coloring, I don't know. Everyone has kind of their way. I'm not a great colorist, but I do enjoy coloring for sure. So I just kind of give it my best. I'm using G05 right away. And I'm going to put this kind of in the spots where I think it would be darker. And hopefully I can grab a lighter color here in just a minute and we'll get to blending. But there's a lot of little spots to this one. A lot of lobes on the cactus. It'd be cute if prickly pears actually had heart prickles in real life. But this stamp is awfully cute. So some other things that Pajama Crafter has kind of going on is they had some graduation stamps that came out, and I played a lot with those. I made, I think, 10 cards with those. I do sell some of my cards in a boutique in the town over, so I like to have some cards ready to go. So when it's time for Mother's Day, Father's Day, graduation, I have those all set. So I was really glad that the Pajama Crafter stamps came out with a graduation stamp now, so I can be ready for the demand of those cards. And then they also came out with a bouquet that's kind of like, here, let me just grab it. Sorry, we're going to interrupt the crafting and the coloring for just a second. I'll tell you what else they got going on. There was the dogs. I loved the Yorkie from last month. He's just so cute. Reminds me a lot of my family dog. Just adorable. And then, okay, so they also came out with the movie theater set, which was called Date Night, which was so, so cute. It had the soda pop and the popcorn. Oh, that's darker. Well, gonna make more shadow, I guess. G07. Anyway, that popcorn was so cute, and it kind of had like a little film roll to it. I made some fun cards on there, so I guess if you want to see those, you can go ahead and check out my Instagram. I have those posted already. And they also had an American flag die, which is so cool. Pajama Crafter Stamps is owned by veterans, and their products are made in the USA. So I thought that that was a really nice situation that they have an American flag for us to color, and it was really, really fun to color. I loved coloring it because it has waves to the flag, so it wasn't just a flat flag. It had movement, and it was just really neat. And I also made kind of like a police flag. I'm just going to test this green before we go putting it on the project. I think I need a lighter green. Anyway, I made a police kind of flag where it had like the black and white stripes and then the blue line through it. I wanted to make like a firefighting one with the red line. So we'll just kind of see where that takes me. Ooh, I think that's a little too muted. Maybe we'll do this one. It's kind of like a mint pale cobalt green, yet it says why, so that means yellow. I don't know. We'll just go with it. It looks like the right color to me. I don't want to go ahead and put too much of the light on top of the dark because that can kind of bleach out the color, so we don't need to do that. But you know, we're just coloring. It doesn't have to be super perfect. What else did they come out with? They had Oh yeah, and the car. So I don't have the car yet. That one was called Just Married. That would be so cute for wedding cards this summer. I know a lot of people on the design team made some really cool ones with the car that were kind of interactive. So check out the Pajama Crafter Instagram to see those. Joey's really good about showing everyone's work and everything. So that was that was fun to see. The car kind of like wiggled. I think some people use like the wobblers, some people use interactive dies where the car moved. So just really creative and great colors as well. And then there's also dies that go with most of the sets. So if you are more interested in a stamp and a die, you can go ahead and pick that up. I just grabbed the stamps because I don't really mind fussy cutting. I don't love it. But, you know, a die is really nice to have. But I figured I would save a little money and grab an extra stamp set instead of grabbing die and stamps. So, I don't know. I also have a Brother Scan and Cut that I don't use very often, but when I do use it, it does a nice job die cutting out line images. Like this stamp would be great on there. It can cut it out very quickly, but it does take up a lot of space, and right now I'm still in my temporary craft room here, so I don't really have like a big table area to set up that mat, and it kind of sucks in the mat going one way and the other way, so you do need quite a bit of real estate, if you will, for a table. But I did go ahead and grab a standing desk, so when I have my new craft room all set up and everything, I'll have plenty of room. And one of my areas that I'm planning out to have there is going to be for my scan and cut, to just kind of live on in my craft room so I can use it more often, especially since I'm on the design team for Pajama Crafter stamps. I'm using more stamps than just working with some of the Spellbinders dies. I mean, Spellbinders does have stamps too, but you know, more stamps than I probably normally would have. I think I need another E to make this pot be a little less kind of clunky. I think my coloring wasn't the best on that. Nope, that's not the right color. This is live crafting for you, you know? Let's do E15. Dark suntan. I tan so bad. Okay, I think that's kind of more believable now. And then I think I wanted to add just a little bit of pink on the tips of the cactus. I don't really know if that's how prickly pears really are in the wild. I've seen them before, but in my mind they're gonna have pink tips because I don't know. So I think it's RV09. Maybe I will pull in some pink for the background as well. I do have a link in the description of this video. Hopefully it's showing up, but if not, okay. But you can go ahead and use that link and shop till you drop on Pajama Crafter stamps, and then that does help my whole journey of YouTube. Okay, so I'm gonna grab some black paper. I've been grabbing for black dark backgrounds a lot recently, and this is kind of like a life can be prickly, so I think black is kind of, I don't know, it kind of makes sense to me. And then I'm gonna grab some darker, maybe like an E, no, let's do C's. Copic markers, just to make like a table or some kind of a landing spot for this pot to live on. I like to kind of ground the stamps when I'm working with them, even if it isn't like you know, a traditional table with legs, just kind of a spot for this pot to live on, so it's not floating. That was kind of a quick color, but you get the point. That's C4, and then I'll take C9, put it in the camera, and go kind of under the pot for kind of a shadow look. Whoops, that was a big chunk. And then I'll go back in with this one, C4, and just kind of smooth the edges of that out a little bit. There, now it looks like it has a table or something to be on. Okay, and then maybe we'll pop this up. I think we will definitely pop that up, and then maybe add some pink. How can we add pink? Should we make the background pink instead of black? I have a lot of card panels already cut and ready on my desk. Ooh, let's do that. That looks way more cheerful. Maybe I can use black for the sentiment. Let's do that. I'll grab a smaller piece of black scrap. And yeah, that'll be fine. We'll use that. Okay, and then I'm going to use my mini trimmer to trim my sentiment. I use this one from Tim Holtz. There it is. I do like my Spellbinders paper trimmer, but when I just have a little something to cut, I still reach for this one. I don't know if it's just out of habit or convenience, but I do. Okay, I'm going to put just a little bit of liquid glue on this, and we will be in business. I love the font on this one, the prickly, that word prickly. It's very cute. I'm just eyeballing it. I'm not really going to be measuring. I'm not a measuring kind of crafter. I am so amazed. I see on Instagram, on those videos, they have people who do, it's not like really, in my opinion, like my style of card making, but that's people who are doing more of like 3D art, and they measure and make really cool angles and designs with their, I gotta add black, sorry, they do all of those things with their paper, and they're cutting and they're measuring, and it just isn't, it's not my thing. So I'm amazed for them, but you know, just not for me. Well, I am going to bring out my Spellbinders paper trimmer because I need to measure. I'm gonna make this pink happen because I think the pink and the black need a spot on the card. So my card base is A2, so that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I do want the black to show, so I'm going to go 4 1/8. Right about there. And just take a little sliver off, so there will be just a little bit showing on the black. So it'll be mostly pink, but have a little black border. Oh, the measurement for that one is 5 3/4. No. Yes. Math. Okay. Yep, you could probably hear my clock in the background. I have an old clock. That is very, very good to me. Okay, I will go ahead and tape that down. Working around some cords here. And then we'll get this on a card base. I know that subtitles are not available right now for live stream videos as far as I know, but once this goes to the live replay, there will be subtitles. So my apologies if that is something you're looking for at this very second. It's not an option, but I can sympathize and understand the need for subtitles. My mom's hard of hearing, and we've had subtitles on every movie and show that we've watched for like, I don't even know, years at this point. So I know I'm not hard of hearing at all, but I can understand the need for the subtitles, and I feel like I have gotten very used to them. So I am very aware when there's not subtitles available, and for whatever reason they don't have the technology on YouTube right now for that to happen. So that is super lame, but you know, they're doing some crazy things with technology nowadays, so maybe they will get to that point. But once this live stream is over, it goes directly to my channel, and then YouTube kind of processes the video, and then they go ahead and make the subtitles. So again, my apologies if that's something you're looking for. Okay, let's get this arch onto the card. I used liquid glue because it just was kind of, I don't know the right word for this, but the paper kind of warped a little bit. I think I had my die cutting machine a little bit too taut. So I just wanted to make sure that this was laying down nicely, which it is. Hooray. And then we'll put this on, and then I have to add some fun embellishments because I have recently been cleaning in my craft room and getting all of my things organized-ish. You know how that lasts. But I found a lot of really cute embellishments and foam squares that I didn't think I even had. So these are the large foam squares from Spellbinders. I'll just pop these on and get that going. Looks like 6 will be the number for this one. Hopefully I don't have to use this card for a long time, but now if I need a little encouragement card, I have it available in my card stash. Does anyone else have a huge card stash? I actually just donated 145 cards to an organization that sends out cards to people who need them. I think they'll be put to good use. Let's see, embellishments. I'm feeling like gems tonight. I will link that in the description if anyone is interested in also donating. You do have to pay for the shipping to get it to them, so FYI. Oh my goodness, thank you, Gina. That's so sweet of you. You were the first person who's ever done that for me on a live. Thank you. Wow, I feel very honored. Okay. Oh, that's for always entertaining me. It's my pleasure. I really do enjoy this. I don't know. I'm a teacher, and when I'm doing teaching, I am loving it, and when I'm making cards, I'm loving it. They're two different worlds, and both are just wonderful, to say the least. I love my kindergartners, but I also love card making. So it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of my wonder of what life will bring in a few years. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, I'm going to put a couple lighter gems around as well, just for fun. I am always a little bit heavy-handed with the gems, and then I can't help but see these black gems here and want to put them on the cactus. I feel like that's going to happen here. So I've got the light pink, the dark pink, and we're just going to go for it. How can I not? I'm using the Trinity Stamps Gem Picker. This has been awesome. I've used this ever since I was on the live event with Nancy Stamps and Tracy Schultz. That was the Stamp Wars. That was so fun. And Trinity Stamps sponsored. So I got a gem picker when I was part of that, and I've been using it ever since. Trinity is another great company to support. They are coming out with fun new stuff all the time. So if you're looking for another good company to buy stamps from, they're another one. But I really would like to encourage you to at least check out the Pajama Crafter website and see if anything catches your fancy. It's just a really great company to support. Their shipping is super fast as well. So there's that. Speaking of fast shipping, I just got an order from LDRS in, and it was like the very next day it was shipped, even with Easter weekend. I thought that was kind of impressive. So yeah. And LDRS has sponsored Better Press Babes live event. So if you're looking for more live videos, you can check out our next live. Will be over on Melanie Smith's YouTube channel. We just did one on my channel last week. So that was just really fun. I really enjoy being live crafting with Melanie. She's one of my very good friends. If you haven't watched her YouTube channel, make sure you check her out. She's very creative, better at Copic coloring than me for sure. So if you're looking for tips, check out her channel. Okay, I'm almost done with my crazy gems. I have 2 more glue spots to fill, and I have 2 gems that are just insisting on being upside down. There we go. And there we have it, my finished card. Life Can Be Prickly card with my very textured cacti. There's that. Oh, Gina, you say you're hooked on Lawn Fawn too. Lawn Fawn was one of the companies where I started card making and really fell in love with all of Lawn Fawn's little critters. Like, their mice are so cute. That was what hooked me into card making. Same with MFT, my favorite stamps. Their company, that was the first stamp I ever used with my friend Caroline at her house, was an MFT stamp of a little girl. And that card is never, ever going to leave my craft room. So anyway, thanks for joining me. Thank you, Gina, for the gift and for hanging out with me in chat. That was really fun. So hopefully I can do more of this in the future. And thanks for watching. Good night.